Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda, and please welcome to our Operation Freedom platform, WeThePeopleProcessing.com. You know, are you tired of being threatened to be canceled just because you have a company focused on liberty and freedom? Well, worry no more, folks. WeThePeopleProcessing.com is your go-to merchant services, freedom-based company to provide business service payment solutions. We the People Processing provides their clients a cancel culture-free platform which is domestically based. They provide competitive rates, no contracts with next-day funding, a fully vetted and like-minded financial infrastructure, and full support for integrations, implementation, and e-commerce efforts. Bottom line, WeThePeopleProcessing.com focuses on defending your company's free market growth, values, and future. Check them out at www.WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Once you're on the site, enter in password Operation Freedom or call 855-499-2024. That's WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Then, when on the website, enter Operation Freedom as your password or call 855-499-2024.
Mr. President-elect, go ahead. Can you state categorically a question? Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Dave versus the MSM. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me on Sundays from 2 to 5 Eastern. We're our radio show, Operation Freedom, which airs out of the People's Republic of Ann Arbor from Wham Talk 1600 Studios. You can stream it live and free every Sunday from 2 to 5 Eastern. Great guests, great analysis, information. The bought-off lamestream fake media will not touch. By going to davejanda.com, hit the Listen Live button, and you're with us. We're also available 24/7 at davejanda.com. Extra shows, extra content, extra guests, extra analysis, archives to all of our shows. We hope you'll become part of our Freedom family. I cannot go into any significant depth on this platform because of the censorship. And actually, there's some censorship on other platforms as well, Rumble and the like. So what do? We have our website, davejanda.com, that's open for you 24/7. We have a tremendous amount of free content, in addition to our subscription content, which is truly priceless for a mere $9 a month. Try it for a month. If you don't like it, get rid of it. But I hope you become part of our Freedom family. We don't have censorship at davejanda.com. That's why we established it. There's no one to censor us. Which is why the content on davejanda.com will put you many months ahead of the curve. Today's presentation is entitled, Have You Been Hacked? No, I don't mean your computer or your cell phone. No, I mean you. What? I know. All your friends that are enlightened will tell you that's conspiracy theory. These are just fanatics on the right wing that might think about that kind of thing. And this is not. No. Look, as we've always pointed out to you, the global elite have it in for you and me and everyone we know. All of us that are not part of the elite. They see us as, quote, useless eaters, end quote. And that we're to be done away with whenever they choose. And tampered with whenever they choose. I mean, can't say it here, but it kind of makes sense about this and this, right? Right. So what the elite do is they give us a heads up while they're doing something and before it actually becomes common knowledge, right? And their philosophy is, well, you know what? If the useless eaters figured it out and if they protected themselves, well, good for them. But you know what? We warned them. And anyone who didn't quite get the warning, well, so be it. I know it's evil. I know it's sinister. That's where these people are. You can read their playbook, Agenda 21, and their follow-up, Agenda 2030. We've discussed that for 11 years on the Operation Freedom radio show in our platform about what's in it. Search engine of your choice. Check it out. Agenda 2030 and Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. It's all there. It's not fun reading, but it's all there. This way they can't say, well, they didn't know. We had it there for them. If they didn't read it, tough for them. If this happened on Halloween night again, remember, Halloween to the globalists is a, quote, high holy night. For us, it's just come on, give me a break. People parading around in costumes, get out of here. But to the elite, it's their night to howl. It's their night to, act out. This Halloween was on a Sunday. Just so happens that on Sundays, the deep state's own 60 Minutes, their investigative journalism show that's so in-depth. Right. Joke. Bought off lamestream fake media, tentacle of the deep state. But they do use these programs to tell you what they're up to and what's coming. And if you don't happen to pay attention or are ignorant about it, well, bad luck for you. So what happened on 60 Minutes on Halloween night of 2021? On Operation Freedom, I've been speaking about inflation, supply chain issues, and voting with your hard-earned dollars and how to make a difference. Look, we all know over the past couple years how the globalist syndicate has done quite well. And while middle America, small and medium-sized American-made businesses have suffered while the big box stores have prospered. Many people believe, well, there's nothing you can do about it. I believe there is, folks. I believe there is. That's the good news. We need to vote with our dollars. That is how we make a difference. What if there was a better way to utilize our resources that we have earned to support small and medium-sized businesses rather than these big box stores or the globalist syndicate? Look, businesses that do not rely on cargo ships from far-off distant lands, that are American-based businesses, are the key. And that is where patriotswitch.com gives you and me the ability to help each other. Rather than continuing to give our money to the big box stores or the globalist syndicate, if you will. That's why patriotswitch.com was created, to help provide products from family-owned, American-made businesses and companies and provide it to folks like you and me. That's patriotswitch.com, patriotswitch.com. They had a guest on, Yuval Harari, author. This is from 60 Minutes. Yuval Harari warns humans will be hacked if artificial intelligence is not globally regulated. Harari says global cooperation is needed to prevent human data from getting into the hands of a powerful few. As if this is not already happening. It's been happening for years, many years. On this platform, Kirk Wiebe and Bill Binney outlined that for you years ago. Goes on, 60 Minutes. The future could see the world's human data delivered through the rising power and reach of artificial intelligence in the hands of a powerful few, a recipe for a dystopian tomorrow, or today, populated by, quote, hacked humans, end quote, says Yuval Noah Harari. The world-renowned author stated nations must begin cooperating to prevent this by regulating artificial intelligence and the collection of data across all nations. Who do you think would do that? Judging on what we've seen over the past number of years, do you think the Justice Department's going to do anything about that? Nah. The FBI? Nah. The CIA? Nah. The NSA? Nah. The Office of the President? Nah. Congress? Nah. Tech itself, licensing and watching itself? Nah. Harari states the countries and companies that control the most data will control the world. Now think about what's been happening the past 2 years. I mean, a lot of it, but in particular, the past 2 years with this, right? Think. They're giving you a heads up. Quote, the world is increasingly kind of cut up into spheres of data collection, of data harvesting. In the Cold War, you had the Iron Curtain. Now we have the Silicon Curtain. That the world is increasingly divided between the USA and China, Harari stated. Quote, does your data go to California or does it go to Shenzhen and to Shanghai and to Beijing? End quote. Harari, a history professor at Hebrew University in Jerusalem, is his background. He's multiple books published. He's been warning people of a not-so-distant future, how about present, of incredible change, saying the artificial intelligence at work today through algorithms will only strengthen its grip on humans. We tend to think of algorithms as manipulating financial markets. Yeah, true. All true. We've talked about it. Ed Steer, Craig Hemke, Bill Holter, Rob Kirby, Adriana Reed, all on our platform. All those interviews are there. But it's not just financial markets. Quote, Netflix tells us what to watch and Amazon tells us what to buy. Eventually, within 10 or 20 or 30 years, how about already happened next 10, 15, 20 minutes, such algorithms could also tell you what to study at college and where to work and whom to marry and even whom to vote for, end quote, said Harari. My contention is it's already here and has been here. And he points out the pandemic has opened the door to even more intrusive collection of our data. You think? Yeah. Quote, it's data about what's happening inside my body. What we have seen so far, it's corporations and governments collecting data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is surveillance. Now listen, this is really important. The next phase is surveillance going under our skin, end quote, he warns. This is 60 Minutes from 60 Minutes' own page. And remember, the contents of this, 20% of the contents have not been disclosed. No, not a lie, not conspiracy theory. Fact. Harari goes on, quote, one key rule is that if you get my data, the data should be used to help me and not to manipulate me. Another key rule that whatever you increase surveillance of individuals, you should simultaneously increase surveillance of the corporation and governments and the people at the top. Yeah, right. And the third principle is that never allow all the data to be concentrated in one place. That's the recipe for a dictatorship, end quote. And that's all happening, folks, in real time. Harari says humans are at risk of becoming hacked. I don't see it as the future. It's currently here. To hack a human being is to get to know that person better than they know themselves, and based on that, to increasingly manipulate you. Tell me over the past 2 years, you haven't thought, wait a minute, how are all these people being manipulated to do things, to be experimental guinea pigs, and they're fine with it? How is that possible? And then once they become an experimental guinea pig, Why do they not go back and try to look at what's really happening to see if this was the right thing for them to do? Why do they keep just ignoring? Right. Because the hack has already happened. This is what he concluded with. Harari. Quote, "The whole thing is that it's not just dystopian. It's also utopian, I mean. This kind of data can also, if in the right hands, enable us to create the best healthcare system in history," he says. The question is, what else is being done with that data? Who supervises? Who regulates it? And also, what's their ultimate goal? See, no matter what the data set is, it can be used for good. But it can also be used for bad. And that, folks, is what's currently happening. I guess to some degree, we're all hacked to a degree that whether we carry a phone with us and they can find out where we are at any second or what we're searching or who we're calling or whatever it might be. But as Harari points out, their next step and final step has always been to get under your skin. So does it all start to add up of why this huge push? First they try to scare you, then they try to humiliate you, then they try to coerce you, then they try to fire you. All because they care? We go into great depth in this situation at davejanda.com. I can't do it here. Otherwise, even on Rumble, even on the radio. Why? Because there are deep operatives in the FCC who would shut down that station if I went deep on this. And that's why we have davejanda.com. And we hope you'll become part of our freedom family. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.